So now we proceed to the botanical part, the plants, the crazy plants which are used in the Voynich Manuscript. So Edith Sherwood was a chemical doctor who thought she knew a bit about plants, and she identified one of the plants, but not in a scientific paper, but just on her website. Clearly an example of not a very good science, no peer review. She thought this plant resembles the blue tubergia, but here you see them next to each other, and clearly the flowers are totally different. Perhaps the foliage is a bit resemblant.
So in the mid-40s, there was a botanist by the name of Hugo O'Neill, and he came forward and said, some of these illustrations are actually of plants from the New World. So one of the examples he gave is that the illustration on folio 93R is actually that of a sunflower, which are only really native to Southern and Northern America.
I don't know what kind of botanist O'Neill was, but two of the main characteristics of a plant, the way the foliage is organized around the stem and the seeds organized in the flower, are both totally different in a sunflower compared to the flower in the Voynich Manuscript. For instance, the flower you can compare. A sunflower has a spiral pattern, and the flower in the Voynich Manuscript had a radiant pattern. Up to the day of today, there is not one botanist who could convincingly bring names to the plants in the Voynich Manuscript. This is for every botanist, I think, also very clear, because the plants depicted are all fantasy plants without much detail. They all have a couple of elements, like a root system, which is something we never saw in nature. The way it is combined with the stem is discontinuous and strange. The foliage is strange and very simple, like an archetype. And that seems to be the essence of the plants in the Voynich Manuscript. They are all archetypes. They are styles of plants which do not occur in nature, but they are all built based on stem systems, on root systems, on foliage, on flowers, and sometimes on fruits, in a way which is on a level of a blueprint related to what Goethe once described as the Urpflanze, as the essential plant. As we will see later, the varieties of the blueprint of the Urpflanze is a key to understand the essence of the Voynich Manuscript.